What is up, YouTube? This is your boy Mr. Marvel back here with another video live on YouTube. Tonight's video, things you can say, things you can't say. Maybe this smell could be wrong, but I don't care. So that's what the video is pretty much entitled. I'm just gonna talk about whatever things we can say, things we can't say. I mean, don't matter to me. So basically, what I'm talking about now is, like I said, I mentioned that the new series of Sons of Anarchy, Mayans MC, is coming out on September 4th. Like I said, go watch it, love it. Watch Sons of Anarchy on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it and you'll love it. You know, as long as you follow it, you get the story. Like I said in another video I did yesterday, not the one I did today, but that was a short one. Really would have worked earlier today. So, basically what I'm talking about now is, something's on my mind. Just random thoughts, I guess. Just whatever the hell I can think of in my head, really. So, basically I talked about I wanted to get a couple more. I want to get some comic books. I want to hang some around my wall. I want to do all that stuff. I want to get that going eventually. Just got to find a good place to get some decent comic books. I don't want to get some old school ones. I don't want that's going to be crappy and not do good for shit. So I'll do that. And I want to get a couple molds. I want to get a couple signs. I have a couple old school signs here, like a Cap, a Fantastic Four, like Iron Man, old school, all that stuff, you know. Stuff, the original stuff like that, you know, Marvel-based stuff. I haven't hang anything up yet, but I'll get into that eventually. So, you know, I look forward to all that as well. And me and my friends started a Marvel Boys Club. I'm the president. A friend of mine, my friend is the VP. Sergeant of Hands is my other friend. So we did that. We just, you know, figured we do for the hell of it. Well, why not? You know, make a club and just go with it. You know, we do for fun, really. I mean, trying to make it serious, but you know, we're just doing for the fun of it. I mean, why not? Everybody does something crazy with clubs, so I mean, why not get into that kind of stuff? I think it's pretty cool. You know, talking about issues and you know, figure things out and all this shit. I mean, fun. Not too much going on otherwise with other shit, but you know, just things that's on people's minds, I guess. Makes sense, but there's a couple things that do bother me about some shit. You know, like if somebody says something to you about something and they can't back it up, they talk all this mad shit. I mean, they got nothing to back it up on. You know, it pisses people off. It's like, what the fuck are you trying to prove that? Okay, you can talk all this smack you want, but you have no evidence or no proof that she or he did this to you in this situation. And I've dealt with that with my friends, and personally, it's something I really get into, but you know, there's been some situations where it's like almost like gotten out of control, and you know, things had to be almost seriously, you know, taken care of. But you know, I've dealt with that pretty much my whole life with stupid shit and friends, and now what I have now. I mean, we all deal with some dumb stuff. I mean, but friends I have now are a little cockeyed. Not the people, my Marvel Boys Club, my friends, they're fine, but they got a few nicks and knacks here and there. But my other the friends that I'm talking about, that I know, you know, one's a little out there, one's, you know, halfway there, but, you know, she gets some things, but she doesn't, and, you know, he wants to do something for her, and, you know, we've been close to talking about it, you know, just like, we don't know if this is the right decision for him to do this with her, you know, in this period of time, and, you know, we've talked about it. A lot of people agreed with it, you know, it's like, okay, so, I mean, he wants to be with her, he wants to marry her, but we don't think that's a decent idea, but she treats him like crap, and it's like, oh, you know, fuck you, and, you know, all this, and she does all this dumb stuff, but that's how she is. I mean, he sees it, but it's like he don't care, really, and, you know, the clubs, we've been talking about it, and we're trying to get into a few other details and figure all this shit out, which we have, but I mean, we dealt with another person, a friend that we used to know and still know, and, you know, done some really dumb stuff to this person and the other person, and, you know, being a player with the women don't fucking work. You'll get your ass kicked or beat the hell up. And he's pretty much at that point where he's gonna get beat the hell up because he's done some dumb stuff, and it's not really a smart idea for him to do it, but he does it anyway because he's a moron. And we've discussed that, you know, as a club members, you know, we hear about all this stuff, and it's like, you know, we don't want to deal with your BS, but usually some super gonna have to step in because we don't want to, hear somebody see somebody get hurt. It's like doesn't matter who it is, whatever this person, If I had a girlfriend, which I don't yet, you know, we want to beat it for this person. You don't want to say, okay, I'm gonna, say, F you. I'm not gonna be around you. I'm not gonna beat it for you. But you have to be. You can't be a dickhead. It's like, all right, this is bullshit. I'm gonna leave. But no, fuck that. We can't do stuff like that. And that's what ticks my ass off a lot. It's like, stupid shit that people do basically leads to stuff like that. It's like you don't know what they're thinking or what they're gonna do, but you figure it out. It's like you get it, but you don't really. But you understand from a personal point. You go that kind of route, I guess. I mean, it's crazy, but it's psychotic in the same way. I mean, we all deal with dumb stuff, and trust me, I've been there. Still am. Used to be. I guess in a way, but it's whatever. But enough of this sad sorrow crap. Like I said, talked about watching the Shazam trailer, and the Aquaman trailer was really good. I liked it. Not too bad. Pretty good, so I'll look forward to watching it when it comes out in theaters. Same thing with the Shazam movie. And Teen Titans, Young Justice 3 is coming out about time, like I said, I mentioned that already. And I'm just surprised they did after all 5 years of this. It's like, wow, they're gonna bring back a cartoon that's been so popular over the years, and, you're in the 3rd season now. I mean, you should have had that done already. I mean, you should have at least done 4 or 5 more seasons of it, and then continue with it, and then, so forth. But, I mean, I guess they didn't want to do that. They wanted to give it time, but, so I would have had that done already. I mean, screw that. It's a good series. A lot of good shows that they had. Some good stuff on Netflix that I've been watching, like West Wing and Sons of Anarchy, like I said, and, a bunch of other random things. Some good movies on there as well. They got rid of all, like I said, Justice League and Justice League Ultimate and Young Justice and, Man, a bunch of other different comic book related movies of Marvel. They do have, I think they had a Batman cartoon on there. I think they got rid of that. And they don't have a lot of DC on there at the moment. I mean, they have more Marvel than DC. I mean, you had a few more, one or two, like one DC thing on there, but actually no, there's the old school Batman, Michael Keaton. That's a good one. And like I mentioned, they're doing a Penguin movie and doing all this other stuff. And I mentioned about the Joker movie and the Harley Quinn. I think truthfully, going to, like I said, I know we mentioned the Joker thing already, but if you're doing like I said, they want to do a Joker movie, that's fine. I don't know how they're going to title it, I don't know who they're going to put in it, but that has to be good. You can't just, like I said, you can't just put somebody in that's not going to make it pop, and then it's going to suck, but you have to make it interesting. If you're doing, Suicide Squad 2, which they are, that's going to be good. You want to make that entertaining, you want to develop that into, put into, like, Justice League and, see how that goes, and, so forth, and introduce more characters like they're doing the Wonder Woman movie and making another one of that. They're doing all these DC and Marvel movies as well, and they're creating all this good, title sequences and, good titles and good storylines. I mean, I think the one thing that pisses probably most people off, they link a lot of the movie clips and stuff. It's hard not to link that stuff. I mean, it's happened with probably a few of the movies, and people can't say much about it, and even with Infinity War, that was popular as well. I mean, Tom Holland couldn't even talk about it too much. He would have spelled everything, and same thing with some other actors and actresses as well in that series. But I think what they're doing, all that is great, and same thing with DC. But if you want to do a good DC film, I wouldn't recommend doing Titans DC thing. I don't know if they're gonna make it a TV series or a movie, but if you're doing a movie, don't put the same people from the freaking series into the movie. But that's just the way they put that together, it's like, what the fuck were they thinking? I mean, it's totally different from anything that I've seen in a trailer. You find it on Facebook, you find it on YouTube. I mean, it's just, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. It's totally different from the cartoon, totally different from the movies. They've changed the characters a lot. They've done all that, and it's just holy shit, I don't even know if that series is gonna last. Maybe not, but if the costumes are different, it's not what it is. It's totally different from what I'm used to seeing, and it's not something I expected from them. I mean, I don't know if that's gonna last. I don't know if that's gonna last as a TV series, but if it's a movie, you gotta put some really good people in there, and I don't think they choose anybody from that TV series. If they're doing a Titans DC thing for a TV series, don't use those actors for that movie, because that's just gonna flop. I mean, it could do good, but it may not. But the characters are just, it's out of whack. It's different. You got a Black Starfire. I mean, what happened to a white one? I mean, come on. There's never a black one. There's no Black Starfire. No one's ever seen that. I mean, you got the Raven that's totally different, and it looks different. It's the costume's totally different. So that Robin, that's it. I mean, Nightwing. Going to Robin. Well, that's right now. Robin. Then he switches. Yeah. But craziness as it is. So I mean, it's. I don't know. I'll get back into that eventually, but for now, I'm gonna end this video here and leave your comments, like, subscribe, whatever. This is Mr. Marvel. Peace out.